Laois Leisure Friday Entertainment Rundown with IMC Cinemas. Thanks to Laois Leisure, Portlaoise and Portarlington. LaoisLeisure.ie. Midlands 103.
Hi Carl, here's what's been happening in the world of music. Ariana Grande is joining forces with Mariah Carey for a remix of her new single, Yes And. Ariana wrote on her Instagram, Yes And remix featuring the one and only Queen of My Heart and lifelong inspiration Mariah Carey is out this Friday, meaning it is out today. Two powerful voices together, so let us know what you think. In other news, Elton John is auctioning off costumes, artworks, watches and cars from his former home. More than 900 items from the singer's personal collection are being sold and are estimated to be worth $10 million. They include silver platform boots, a Bentley and an original Banksy artwork. They're currently on display in New York and will go on sale from next Wednesday. Lastly, David Bowie's 1974 album Diamond Dogs is set to be reissued later this year to mark the record's 50th anniversary. The legendary album will be available once again in a limited edition, half-speed mastered LP, as well as a picture disc LP pressed from the same master. The records will be released on May 24th on the exact day of the album's anniversary.
Thank you for the update on all things new music, Michael. You have IMC cinema tickets too?
Yes, I do. So one lucky listener has a chance to win it tonight at the movies for two. So if you were in a movie, would you play the hero or the villain?
Ouch. Well, in real life, I wouldn't like to be a villain. Yeah, I just wouldn't. So I don't think I'd rather not play it. No, put me down for the hero.
I'm going to go villain.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'd be a good villain.
Let's see what comes out on top vote-wise, but that has nothing to do with the fact you could be picked out to win the IMC cinema tickets,
yes.
Does it, Michael?
No, it doesn't.
And we'll catch you back at 1:30 to talk all things
series and movies.
The Laois Leisure Friday Entertainment Rundown with IMC Cinemas. Thanks to Laois Leisure, Portlaoise and Portarlington. LaoisLeisure.ie. Midlands 103.
Carl, it's time to update your watch list with these series and movies. It looks like Will Smith is going to star in a new action thriller called Sugar Bandits. Variety reports the Oscar winner will co-produce the project based on the Chuck Hogan novel Devil in Exile. The American actor's last major feature, Emancipation, sold to Apple TV Plus for a market record deal of €111 million. There's no release date for the movie yet, but once we have one, we will let you know. In other news, Deadpool 3 has broken the record for the most viewed trailer in 24 hours. It debuted during Sunday's Super Bowl and gained over 365 million views in a day, surpassing the previous record set by Spider-Man No Way Home. The upcoming film features Ryan Reynolds and sees Hugh Jackman return to the role of Wolverine for the first time in 7 years. And one to watch right now on Netflix is One Day, which is number 1 on the top 10 TV programmes in Ireland. After spending graduation night together, Emma and Dexter go their separate ways, but their lives remain intertwined. Based on David Nichols' novel.
Thanks for that, Michael. Part 2 of Friday's Entertainment Rundown. Just looking at the text and WhatsApp, it's roughly 50-50 on would you like to play hero or a villain if you were a movie star, Michael?
Yeah.
What did you say again in the first
I think I'd go with villain, but I don't know if this is controversial now, but sometimes villains are actually kind of right. They're just perceived. They have the right ideas. They're just going about it wrong.
Would you give me an example?
Well, I can't think of an example off the top of my head.
Would you think of an example for the next hour?
I will, absolutely. But sometimes you feel like you're rooting for the villain almost. Sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
maybe I'd be that kind of villain.
I know what you're saying, but I can't think of an example.
No, I'll think of one. I'll think of a good one.
We'll have you back in the next hour. You're going to be talking big screen cinema, and you'll have a winner of those IMC cinema tickets. And please give us an example.
The Laois Leisure Friday Entertainment Rundown with IMC Cinemas. Thanks to Laois Leisure, Portlaoise and Portarlington. LaoisLeisure.ie. Midlands 103.
Carol, it's time for all things cinema news, and this is with thanks to IMC Cinemas. This week's new releases are One Love Bob Marley, Madame Web and Tundu. Let's start with One Love Bob Marley. Watch the story of how reggae icon Bob Marley overcame adversity and the journey behind his revolutionary music. This movie is screening in all 4 cinemas in Athlone, Mullingar, Thurles and Tullamore. Next up we have Madame Web, which stars Dakota Johnson. It follows Cassandra Webb, a New York metropolis paramedic who begins to demonstrate signs of clairvoyance. Forced to challenge revelations about her former, she needs to safeguard 3 young women from a deadly adversary who wants them destroyed. If you want to watch this movie, you can in all 4 cinemas. Lastly, we have Tundu. A constable aiming for a promotion unexpectedly encountered many problems. Facing the issues with humour and compassion, he works to overcome them. This movie is available to watch in Thurles, Mullingar and Athlone. In other news, tickets are on sale for Dune Part 2, coming to cinemas on March 1st, and it's screening in the Lux Screens in Mullingar and in Athlone. Tickets are also on sale for Wicked Little Letters, coming to all 4 cinemas on February 23rd. For more information, check out midlands103.com, and this is with thanks to IMC Cinemas.
Good man, Michael. Thanks for updating us all things cinema. Now, when you left the last hour, I did say, give us an example where it might be cool if you're an actor to play the villain and not always the hero.
Yeah, so one thing that came to my mind was probably Thanos, so he'd be a more popular one anyway. And my very keen mother texted me Joker as well.
She did just after you were chatting
I
to
don't
me
think I was
air.
even finished chatting, to be honest.
I'll tell you, your mum, what's your mum's name?
Brenda.
Brenda, good girl, Brenda. You're like the new producer of the afternoon show, giving us ideas, but that's it. But we do have a winner. Let me just check, Michael. It's from John, and he says, I would like to be a villain. Yeah, he says, I'd like to be a villain because they get to have more fun and better powers and better weapons, and they say really evil stuff. Good man, John.
Congratulations, John.
So you get the IMC cinema tickets and enjoy. Do let us know when you go to the cinema what you go and see as well. Michael, thank you and have a great weekend.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
The Laois Leisure Friday Entertainment Rundown. Thanks to Laois Leisure, Portlaoise and Portarlington. Dive into a world of learning and enrichment with our exciting lessons at Laois Leisure, where education meets enjoyment. For bookings, call 057 864 5800.